Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now, today is Sunday, so you know what that means. We're going around the net with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. So, on the docket for today, we have the old City Rewards Plus. Can you or can't you product change to it? Discover also wants to get into the product change mix. Apple Card is making some changes, both good and bad, or maybe meh, depending on how you look at it. And of course, we have the news of the week, which is a totally unsubstantiated rumor about the Sapphire Reserve. So, I mean, we might as well overreact to it because that seems like something we would do on a Sunday. So, if any of that sounds interesting to you, of course, go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, we will lead off with the MasterCard earnings call, talking about stuff that maybe doesn't make sense, is Spirit Airlines. They're launching a new debit card. It did come up at the MasterCard earnings call, as we said. So not much here, but again, it was announced. So what did the gentleman say? This quarter, we launched a new debit co-branded card with Wyndham Rewards, and we renewed our credit co-brand partnership with Spirit Airlines with an additional agreement to launch a new debit program with them in the future. So there you go. I don't think most people will care here, because we saw the Wyndham debit card come out as well. Could potentially be a trend. I think maybe these payment networks are looking for even more avenues. They know that, it's not everyone can get a credit card, or not everyone is comfortable with a credit card. The word credit scares some people. So, maybe we do see them start to push back into debit cards a little bit. I don't necessarily think that, we're going to start seeing Marriott and Hilton debit cards and all that type of stuff. But it is interesting. We've seen two. So in my mind, maybe they're just kind of testing this out. Of course, this isn't a new thing. This has happened before, but that was more so, I thought, the interesting point of this than anything else. Of like, are we going to see them try to test this out? And, they already know how to run these programs, so it could potentially make sense. Plus, you get people to open up a checking account with you. It's more money, so you might as well, or it'd be easier if we knew, like, the economics of running a debit card program versus credit card program. But I think it's safe to say we'll just keep our eye on it, see if it becomes a trend, or this is just kind of to test it out and we move on. So, besides, anyone here, I think, would imagine just be interested in the potentials for manufactured spending and whatnot, much like the Wyndham, I would guess. But anyhow, moving right along, if you prefer credit cards and you're nostalgic for the City Rewards Plus that's been gone for a few weeks, then you may be able to product change to it, but maybe not. I think it depends on who you talk to at Citi. So Frequent Miler had this post originally, and he had posted that, hey, you could phone in and product change to the card. And then Dr. Credit had it, but then some folks in his comments said, hey, actually, I tried and they didn't let me. So the interesting part about the Frequent Miler post was that you could change to it from both thank you cards and from American Airlines cards, which a few weeks ago we talked about America or Citi, but likely American Airlines saying, like, no, you can't product change out of our cards anymore, which is a normal rule that you can't move product families, American to thank you points, for example. That's generally not allowed. Citi was just one of the, weirdly enough, nicer issuers, and they didn't really care. Unless it was the Costco card, which I would imagine is more so a Costco thing than anything else. So maybe you can, maybe you can't. At some point, I kind of feel like the Rewards Plus had such an upside, but it was a niche upside because you would be earning a lot of Citi thank you points, that if you wanted it and it made sense for your credit card setup to that degree, you probably already have it. And maybe just the renewed interest is because it's gone and now you can't get it. Was it on the list to get? Sure, but more so for the intro offer than anything else. I don't know that, well, maybe, with the, because even the Citi Premier still earns the same as the Citi Strata, so I don't know that's that big of a deal if you missed out on it. Of course, there's always been thought that it was going to come back as the Strata Reward Select or something, the Strata Select. Could make sense. I think Citi has seen some success simply changing the name of product, again, Premier to Strata, and people like, hey, it's a new product, right? Because most people don't know. So we could see it again, but again, I haven't seen anything incredible on that in quite some time. I think it was more so speculation, and this episode's already chock full of speculation. But if you don't want to speculate on what you can and can't product change, well, then Discover has you covered. So once upon a time, you could product change Discover card. They have two. They have the Discover at Miles, which is utterly useless, and then they have the Discover at Cash card. That's the 5% one that everyone kind of likes because it is useful on occasion, right? More 5% is good. than anything else. And if memory serves, you could move from the 5% card, the Discover It, to the miles, but you couldn't move from the miles to Discover It Cash. Well, looks like they are bringing back some more optionality in-house, because we now have reports that these product changes will be available again over the phone starting May 14th, so that's very soon. And then actually May 28th, so like the end of the month, you might be able to do this on the website. I don't know if it's via chat, or you can just go into your account and request it. Now, I have read further down in the doctor's post that you would have to be out of your first year cashback match, which makes total sense. Why would you want to give up your cashback match? That's the real selling point of the Discovery Cash card. It's a really underrated intro offer when you're looking at it. If they do have a $100 referral that you can get just for using the card, and then if you do the move where you get 5 quarters of cashback match depending on when you apply for it, you're looking at like a $750, $800 intro offer on a free credit card. So I don't know why you want to give that up. Ultimately, I think this is a good thing, and I'd like to see more people do this. The ability to product change easily on the website, just show people what their options are. It's not usually hard. You just phone up, they read just some long list of things. But on occasion, you do get reps who don't know how to do it, and that is kind of annoying. So they just had a system for it. I just don't imagine product changing is that big of a deal that they will want to invest. Most places want to invest the resources into it, but there you go. More Discovery It Cash cards are a good thing. Now, what is maybe not a good thing is what Apple is up to. Apple Card still in need of a new home, but while it's still in need of a new home, they're still under the hood making changes. So we've got one meh change for another potentially meh change. It really depends on where you're at. Both of these from the good people at Mac Rumors. So first of all, Apple Daily cashback from T-Mobile is dropping to 2% starting in July. So right now you earn, if you use the card, or you use it through, the Apple Pay deal, it's in that 3% category. Well, they are dropping that down to 2%. I didn't really see a reason given. It doesn't matter. It's just, it would have been some PR thing anyways. Maybe they just got tired of it. Or maybe because we had rumors that T-Mobile is bringing out their own credit card, perhaps, but I still don't know why you would kick out the large consumer base of Apple. It's a bold assumption to think someone's going to come and, like, the average person is going to just pick up the T-Mobile card because you dropped it down to, what is it, it would earn 2%? Yeah. I don't even know that's it. Again, it was just a file found somewhere of a T-Mobile credit card, which still would make sense. But either way, if you've been paying your credit card or you're paying your T-Mobile bill with your Apple Card, just be aware, starting in July, you're going down 1%. Probably not that big of a deal. Chasing Cash will get you 5% if you need it. US Bank Cash Plus will get you 5% if you choose cell phone and internet. So you've got options, better options anyways. Now, in place of that, Apple not going to leave you empty-handed potentially, because second story from Mac Rumors, Apple Card users get a free 6 months Uber One trial right now. So that's fun, I guess. You basically just, they're giving these things away everywhere. You probably just stack it so you never have to pay for it. So Uber One users, a subscription service that includes $0 delivery fees for Uber Eats orders, up to 10% off eligible deliveries, and pickup orders, and 6% Uber One credits for Uber rides. Apple says the Uber One benefit for Apple Card is worth $9.99 per month. So the free trial is valid at $60. 6-month free trial will auto renew, so you got to be careful about that at the $9.99 per month after the free trial period is over. So you do have to remember to go in and cancel. They will not cancel it for you. Membership can be canceled in the Uber One section of the Uber app by going into managing. You know all that. So there you go. If it's of use to you and you use it, then I mean, sure, why not? I don't think it'll be one of those things where you can cancel early. Yeah, it's probably one of those Uber deals. So you're like, no, I'm not going to let you sign up and then cancel it, but you get the gist of it. So there you go. That is most of our news. Now, the news of the week, I'm very conflicted on. So if you give me a minute on this, if you would be so kind, please, is the Sapphire Reserve rumor that it's going to go an increase to $795. But I feel like on some level, we need to start drawing a line on like what we just run out and report on. Like, this is one of the most unsubstantiated rumors I think we've ever seen. So what happened was, if you don't live on the internet like a dork like myself, there were 2 Reddit posts. So one was a guy who posted all the potential changes, and that Reddit account, I believe, got deleted. And then there's another guy, and you have it on screen for you now, said, I just upgraded my preferred to the reserve over the phone. And I'm summarizing here, but you can read it all if you want. He was like, hey, look, I'm trying to get a lower annual fee. And long story short, the customer service rep was like, you're very lucky to get this fee because it's going up to $795. And, there should be increased statement credits allegedly valuing $2,700. And then she was like, oh, I don't even know why I told you that. I wasn't supposed to say that. Which is like a crazy thing to have happened. That like a customer service rep would know this, and the customer service rep would further admit it on a recorded line, because the recorded line is largely to guard against customers, but they are also on the line as well. It's like I don't want to doubt anyone because I know what it is to be doubted on the internet. When we had the U.S. Bank story, people were like on Reddit were like, no, you're lying. But like, no, I had it sourced. So I get it. And then we had another guy who posted the changes. So I'm going to show you the changes. But my confliction is like, where do we draw the line on rumors at, right? Because anyone can post anything on the internet, especially on Reddit, and then just disappear as this person did. And then we're all running out making our giant flaming thumbnails. Well, I've never actually done that. You know what I mean, right? And it's like, where's the line? Because on one hand, it's a fun thing to talk about, and on the other hand, well, if you don't talk about it, people are like, why didn't you talk about it? I'm conflicted because it's just a guy on the internet, but I'm also just a guy on the internet. So we're going to talk about it just for the fun of it, understanding how conflicted I am. I don't even know if that was of interest. Maybe you can let me know your opinion down below on unsubstantiated rumors. And by unsubstantiated, I mean, it didn't come from the doctor of credit, though he did post it. He said, hey, I can't verify this from my sources. I don't have Chase sources, really. Deal Guru, people like that. But anyhow, just for the fun of it, let's do it. But understand, you now know my opinion of it. So here we go. This mysterious gentleman says the changes would be a $795 annual fee, which is about a $245 increase. You'd get 10x travel and 10x Chase travel, hotel, and cars. That they're saying that would be reduced to 8x. 5x Chase travel flights will be reduced to 8x. 3x direct flights and hotels increased to 4. 3x other travel reduced to 1. Like, that seems wild to me right there. New benefits, $500 edit credit via $250 a month annually. That's that hotel thing that Chase made a while back. $300 dining credit via Sapphire Reserve tables, $250 semi-annual credit there. $300 StubHub credit, $150 semi-annually. $300 DoorDash credit, $25 a month. $120 DoorDash membership. $250 towards Apple TV Plus and Apple Music, $120 Lyft credit via 5% or $10 a month. So it must be a savings, really. $120 Peloton credit received after spending $75,000 on the card a year. $500 Southwest credit, Southwest A-list status, IHG One Rewards Diamond Elite status, and $250 the shops credit. Don't know what that last one is. So, there's a lot there. Some of this doesn't really make any sense. It's a bold move to go up to $800 annual fee. The annual fee will increase at some point, like that one, sure, that will definitely happen. I don't know why they would lower the Chase travel and hotel multipliers. One of the goals always seem to go full vertical integration and push you there, especially when your closest competitor is the Capital One Venture X, and they're, optimizing for going through their portal as well. I don't know why they would decrease it down to 8. I also don't know who cares. Maybe the normal person's doing this. 3x, going from 3x direct flights and hotels, increasing it to 4 makes a lot of sense. That's needed today at no increased annual fee. 3x travel, reducing it to 1x is insane. I could think that you want to talk about a kneecap there. The card's barely standing on its own as is. The other credits I can kind of sort of believe. The statuses that bothers me that you had to get them for spending $75,000. I believe the way Southwest is going, I totally believe Southwest would throw in with the Sapphire Reserve. I believe that. For $75,000 to spend though, that seems like a bit much. IHG has held back their status for a while. Maybe Chase has finally worn them down. Hyatt's notably not on the list. If they put Hyatt on the list, I think that would have been a bridge too far for me. So again, totally unsubstantiated rumor. I don't mean to bash this person. I'm glad they shared it. I've shared rumors before, so I'm not trying to be mean to them. They could totally be right. And if they are, I'll be the first one to credit them in the video where we say changes confirmed. My overall point is just anyone could write this. I also don't know that anyone cares enough to troll us that hard. Really, I mean, who really cares in this corner of the internet that much? But I think it's somewhat plausible. I think it's somewhat plausible. I don't think it makes it a better card at all, but again, I don't think the point is to make it better for us. It never is. Do these changes make it better for the end user? I don't know. I mean, I think it makes it more of a... Amex showed them the way. The coupon book works. Shoving off your costs on other people works. So I do think a version of the Sapphire Reserve will come that looks like this at some point, especially because we know the Platinum card is going to move up. It's already $700. So, yeah, why not? It's just a new era for pricing of cards. So, I don't know. There you go. There you go. We'll leave it at that. I talked about the rumor. I'm very curious to enter. I'm more curious about your thoughts on the card and how do you think rumors should be covered? Because that's really most of my takeaway of this whole thing than anything else. I am genuinely interested in what you think about that if you made it to the end of this. So let me know all of that down below. Of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel. So we're posting content just like this every single week. And of course, we're right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. And of course, every single day over on ProfitableContent.com, which is the channel's blog. We have the latest news stories just like this. We sort of draw the line at rumors over there. Anyways, we have bank promotions as well, so if you want to get in with Chase, Discover, any of those guys, we've got those, and we have credit card offers as well. I believe the Sapphire Preferred 100K is still going on. If everyone hasn't yammered your ear off about it already, we've got that. If you want it, if you don't, whatever, that's fine too. Don't really care. Just tired of hearing about it, I guess. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this one. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.